live, and it is officially WWE 2K26 launch week. Of course, my dumbass bought the game last week, extra money, did all the extra nonsense, but it is here. It's time. We are live. Welcome to the Bad Guy Maddox Twitch TV channel. I am Bad Guy Maddox, Twitch's #1 bad guy, and tonight we're live with another episode of Combat Evolved. Felix with the sub to start us off. Junior Mata 71, what's going on, Bubba? Give me some messages out. Kasu the Best has joined the Bad Guy Club. Wait, has he joined the club? Oh, he has joined the club. As a member of the club, you receive a pair of sunglasses, a switchblade, and a leather jacket. Thank you for joining the baddest club on Twitch TV. And as always, remember to stay bad because being bad is fun. Oh, what's up, Ozzer? How you doing, Godfather Blizz, DS Gaming? Let's talk about future plans first because you guys are all in here. We are moving to 2K26. I completed the first tier, I completed the first season of Ringside Pass. Yeah, you already know my ass did the goddamn submission exploit. I did it for like 3 hours straight during the UFC pay-per-view Saturday. Got everything unlocked. I just need to make the Combat League belts. I need to make a Combat League arena. Right now, I am committing to maybe keeping the unified pay-per-view on 2K25, simply because I don't think all the CAWs that I need from a wrestling standpoint are going to be available on 2K26 yet. I beat the crap out of Grayson Waller. It didn't even cross my mind to do Eric Bischoff. I did Gunther against Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller has like a 244 loss streak right now. My bad, Grayson. I beat on BFAB, and I want to say, because at first I was just doing random against random and then starting the match. And then I realized you could just pause and rematch. I was like, okay, fuck, let me just get locked in. And so from, I want to say from the opening fight on the pay-per-view until the main event, match, I spazzed. And I was going to do something, I was going to be a little grimy at first, and I was going to get all the way to tier 39, and then I was going to pay 99 cents for the last tier, just as like, okay, 2K, I'll play your game. I'll pay for a tier. So I was gonna give them $1 for that final tier, just as like a haha. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. They're not getting an extra cent from me. Fuck that. What up, Benny boy? I did pick up the PlayStation Portal, and at first I was like not into it.
This man a pancake.
But I actually kind of really like it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use it for the stream today. I really kind of like this format. We're going to see how it works. This might be the move long term. We're going to see. I'm not quite sure yet. It's just going to make everything really convenient because now I can just watch the show on the handheld, but then I can keep all my commands on the main screen. That way I'm not like, oh, what's going on this one? What's going on there? I got to read this message. I can just do it all right here. So we'll hope this works. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Audio's working okay, it seems like. So far, knock on wood. The AI sync, I feel like the game itself is great. Like I said, I did a universe mode because at first I thought universe was going to be the easiest way to grind XP before I found out about the exploit. So I was just doing watch now shows on Friday. So I think I went to work, I ran watch now, and just kind of have them playing on my PS Portal while I was at work. But I happened to catch a match between Becky and Stephanie Valkyrie, and I mean I watched the whole thing, and like I said, it was legit without trying to like overhype. It was one of the best like AI matches I've ever seen. Kasu the Best, thank you for that Prime sub, man. We love to see it, dude. Thanks, King. Maddox, the wife, and her words. I'm gonna say it just like her too. Here we go. Hello. What up, DS Gaming's wife? Alexa Bliss was my pick for the submission. What's up, Benny boy? How's life treating you, man? It's good to see you. Konosuke Takeshita had a great match with Aleister Black last week, man. Really enjoyed that match a lot. Let me go ahead and get the Combat League docu up. We'll get that started. Start with that. Got that shit bumping. What else am I missing? Am I missing anything? Oh, folks, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but there is a YouTube command now, I think. Or is there not a YouTube command? Did I just lie to you guys? Let me check my commands. There is not a YouTube command, so I guess I did this in my sleep. Okay, let's try it again. Gasp, he lied, dude. Can you blame me? I'm just not a very, trustworthy individual, I don't think. I am Bad Guy Maddox, and sometimes that involves, being bad means you gotta lie a couple of times. 7, damn, Iron Tiger on a 15 stream streak, gaming on a 7 stream streak. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing some love. I'm here to call off the search party. We were worried about you, dude. All right, let's try this now. Okay, yes, the YouTube command does work, officially works. If you are not following me on YouTube, hit that follow button. I mean, it's really nothing other than the VODs that I record. But for those of you who kind of want to go back, if you're new to the stream and you want to see some of the stuff that's happened in Combat League, by all means, I'm not asking you to start at episode 1 and work your way up. But if there's anything that comes up during a Combat League stream, you're like, how did we get here? Check out the YouTube. If you want, you can even ask us in chat, hey, how did so-and-so, how did this guy do this? Why is this feed happening? How did this guy join this group? And I'm not gonna act like I remember everything, but I could tell you what episode you could look at or if you just want to go back and look at certain matches, I have timestamps for all the events on the show. There's literally episode breakdown. It has timestamps for every single moment in the show, every segment, every interview, every match. Pretty easy to navigate. You can do what I do and go back and exclusively watch your own matches. Well, you can. He's right. He's not wrong there. You can vein search. We taught Godfather Blizzard new word today. We taught him looks maxing in the goddamn Discord, dude. Insane. Fucking sane. This is my first time seeing this. It's going to take some getting used to. That's okay, and we're here to help. I mean, this is I'm not really trying to put my community over anyone's community because I don't really hang out in a lot of wrestling groups. I don't hang out in a lot of Twitch channels. But I will say that one thing that I really like about the people that are here, we're all supportive. We're all nice to each other. We all look out for each other. This is not a stream for assholes or people who hate or want to start trouble. We're here because we all love wrestling and we all love the creative components that make up wrestling. And you know what we do in this chat, we talk about current wrestling. I try to put you guys on some older wrestling. We watch the shows, we talk about food. We always talk about food for some reason, and not because I'm a fat motherfucker. No, I'm a snack, I'm a food guy, I'm a foodie. Dude, this local pizza place, and this is gonna bring me to my first food conversation. My local pizza place has introduced an appetizer called mozzarella bites, and it's literally what it sounds like. It's a mozzarella ball, like not a mozzarella stick, mozzarella balls. And they have this, it's called ruby sauce. It's pretty much cocktail sauce. It tastes just like cocktail sauce at a seafood place, but for some reason, the combination of that ruby sauce and the mozzarella balls, oh my God, I had some for lunch today. Actually, I'm not even gonna call it lunch. I had it for dinner because I'm not getting anything else today. I ordered a pizza and I got 8 of those mozzarella bite things. They are so good, man. And really Nacho Mac was the one who put me on them. They're fantastic. The addition of the mozzarella bites has moved this pizza place from like a B category. It's like an A, maybe an A minus. We're not quite we might not be quite an A. Does that mean that my pitch to bring back the dirty old assholes faction from the 90s isn't gonna happen? I don't know that faction. Is that one that you're in? No, I'm sorry. We're talking about assholes, not douchebags. Yeah, it's cool to have an active community for W2K other than the random 2K Discord. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have any super big issues with that Discord, but I will say I don't really like posting there a lot. Obviously, when it comes to Discord, your community are gonna be people who are positive about the game. So like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be the first to say, I think the ringside pass is the biggest fucking scam that I've ever seen. It's just it's so aggressive. It's aggressive microtransactioning, if that's even a word. It's just very egregious. It's an egregious form of trying to get extra money out of the game, because it's content that was previously available in older games that's no longer available. And then on top of it, there's content that you pay for, but before you can access it, you either have to play an arbitrary amount of time or you have to spend more money to access the content you originally paid for. The whole combination is very frustrating. So if I have to figure out different ways to exploit that system, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because like, I know people say you could just play the game normally and unlock stuff, but I think what people fail to realize is Bray Wyatt and Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart are in the damn ringside pass. Those are three wrestlers that I imagine a lot of people would want to use in their universe modes. Bray Wyatt is in the very far end of the ringside pass. He's like later down the road, and I believe he is. I might be wrong. I'll have to go double check. Either way, why should you have to do extra work so that you can play the game you want to play the way you want to play it? Like, they've just locked a lot of content that I feel like would be very suitable for universe mode behind a paywall, and I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, the Fiend. Okay, yeah, the Fiend's tier 40. That's insane. Yeah, the RSP is rough. Not a fan either, but I've already completed it. Same. I did it day 2. The people in the Discord put me on how to do it. I know, like, I'm gonna read this comment someone posted on the 2K subreddit, and I was just like, dude, that's a lot longer than what you think. So this is what this guy said. He was saying it right, but he was saying it as a means to like, this is what, if you guys just played, this is how much progress you can make. So he said, I just hit level 9 just playing normal. I'm about 3 weeks into my universe. I've done one run through My Rise, and I've done the first 3 matches of Showcase, and about 7 or 8 matches in Quick Play. I've messed around a little bit in my faction, but haven't done any actual matches yet. So he's saying like, you guys are talking about how you had to grind, but all I've had to do so far is 3 weeks of Universe, 1 run of My Rise, and 3 matches in Showcase to hit level 9. And you know my ass, I said, that seems like a lot of work to just hit level 9. I went from level 1 to level 40 in 3 hours. Like, come on, dude. You're like, no, just playing the game the regular way is not going to unlock this content. It's just not. It's not feasible. And the other thing that I think people are really overlooking, the game is asking you to do this 5 more times. We're going to have to do this 5 more times every 2 months. This is not a sustainable model. It's just not. And I think 2K knows that. What they're hoping for is that people spend money on the ringside pass, like the tier skips. I already know that's what they're banking on. And I know for a fact there are people already accounting for spending that money. And I just like, you guys have ruined the 2K games. Because if you think it's bad now, and I think it's bad now, I cannot imagine what 2K27 looks like or what 2K28 looks like. So gameplay is good. Oh, wait. Mr. Mata, you want a toast? You shall receive one. So one thing I'm going to warn you about, everybody, new viewers, I take a little bit of time before we start the show. We're about 13 minutes in. I like to give everyone a few minutes before we get things going. There are a couple of people that I know don't want to miss the beginning, so I'm trying to give them some time, but we're probably going to have to start here soon. We got 2 shows coming up next week. There's one right there. Lion Cub coming in hot with the gifted subs. 2K29. One of these games you're going to play and the only wrestlers available are the wrestlers in the showcase. And then if you want anyone else, you're going to have to unlock everybody or pay for them. I have to go do something in 15 minutes. Hopefully you start to, I'll start before that 15 minutes. Let's discuss next week before we start. Next week, we're doing 2 shows. Next Tuesday is the go-home show for our pay-per-view. So we're doing Combat Evolved episode 19. That'll be our next show. And the next Friday is our pay-per-view. pay-per-view Unified. And we are still putting matches together. I'm going to go ahead and just spoil this now. The last couple of matches for the pay-per-view, well, no, I take that back. There's one match that is going to be revealed on our go-home show. But every match other than the last match will be revealed tonight. We got 2 more matches we're making official tonight. This pay-per-view is really stacked. So I don't know how long it's going to be. I do know that other than what you guys do know the main event. The main event is the Unified Combat. That is a War Games match. It is going to be a fully written out match from beginning to end. I'm not using the game for it. I'm going to write it out because there are certain things that I want to happen. For the people who've experienced Bad Guy Maddox written match, most people like them. They're pretty fun. But I wanted to make sure for those of you who prefer watching the in-game matches that we have plenty of matches. So the show's stacked. I estimate it's going to run about 3.5 hours. I don't really have any segments planned for the show. It's going to be like Genesis match after match after match because I want to make sure we got time to get the Unified Combat match going. That's pretty much it. Big show tonight. We have the last match in the Commonwealth Cup semifinals. It is Eddie Guerrero versus Myron Reed. The winner of that match will move on to the finals at Unified. That is one of the matches happening Unified. It is going to be Andrade versus the winner of Eddie Guerrero and Myron Reed. They will crown the first ever Commonwealth champion, and that match will be the first match contested under Commonwealth rules. We're bringing Cloud9 back. I really liked that tag team last week. I want to see them do it again. We're doing Cloud9 versus the Street Profits tonight. That's going to be our opener. We got Haku Sakamoto versus Tommaso Ciampa. We have Giulia versus Jordynne Grace, and a very interesting match here. Giulia just lost her challenge for the Twitch TV title against Anna Adams. Jordynne Grace is the former Twitch TV champion. She has been wanting to climb back up that ladder. So Jordynne Grace is facing the last person to challenge for the title. Very intriguing match up there. And then our main event, look, Barry Barnes is just disgusting what Barry Barnes did. Not a fan of that guy. If you weren't here in the stream last week, Barry Barnes did a coast to coast drop kick to Liv Morgan trash can. And Dominik Mysterio, man, that guy wants his revenge. He has asked for this match, and asked isn't even accurate. He has demanded this match. He has demanded a no escape steel cage. It is just Barry Barnes. It is just Dominik Mysterio. They are locked in. And the only way out is to get that pinfall or submission. That is our main event tonight. Folks, if we are ready for Combat Evolved, you guys know what to do. I want you guys to turn it up in chat. Can we please get hype in this chat? Can we get it active? Can I see y'all flood the chat with some love? Because I made you guys wait just a little too long. Junior Mata is always the best at doing that craziness, dude. Always the best. All right, folks, it is time for Combat Evolved, episode 18. And Combat Evolved starts directly in the ring, but of course, this is not a match. In the ring, we see a nice little black canvas. The canvas has been covered up. Very nice black kind of velvety look. There is a conference table in the center of the ring with nice executive chairs on opposite ends. There is a poster for Unified. And a spotlight shines on ringside analyst Annika Hex, who is in the ring standing next to this table. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Combat Evolved. We are just 9 days away from Unified, and history is going to be made at Unified when the Combat League Women's World Champion Soruka and the Journey Valkyrie World Champion Beth Phoenix face each other for a chance to unify these two championships. And as we talked about, as was revealed last week, the winner of this match will, like we said, they will unify the two championships, but it will result in creating or crowning the first ever Combat League World Singles Champion, which will have its own lineage. And I want to go ahead and talk to you guys real quick. This is not Annika X, this is me talking to you guys. For those of you who don't know, the World Singles title, the reason why I like this name is it's inspired by, I don't know if you guys are familiar with All Japan Women's, but I've gassed up All Japan Women's a lot. You might know Manami Toyota. I've talked about how great she is, but I've always liked that title, and as a matter of fact, if you go back to the first Combat League, we did a red belt, white belt in the women's division. The Combat League Women's World Champion in the original Combat League was red. The Heritage title was white, and that was an homage to the two titles in All Japan Women's. Like, a big fan of that company. I always like to try to implement something from them, and that's what I want to do with the World Singles Championship. It was a big title in All Japan Women's. I've always found this title to be like it's probably my favorite belt in pro wrestling, and that's like no cap. Not just because Aja Kong was a champion, Manami Toyota, Lioness Asuka, Kyoko Inoue, Bull Nakano, they've all held that title, but the title's lineage can be traced all the way back to Mildred Burke. So this is a title that goes all the way back to the 1920s. Mildred Burke, kind of the queen of women's wrestling. I think that's so badass. So I want the World Singles Championship in Combat League. I think it's a nice deviation from just calling it the Women's World Champion, because now I don't have to have the gender qualifiers. Both of my titles are top titles, but instead of saying the men's title, the women's title, we have the Combat League World Championship. We have the Combat League World Singles Championship. I think they both can stand on their own. And I'm going to be real with you. I can't think of two people who I would rather have fighting for the right to become the first World Singles Champion than Lion Cub and our homie, our moderator, Katana. So, guys, real quick, let's show some love to Katana. Let's show some love to Lion Cub. I hope Beth Phoenix and Soruka tear it up. I hope they have a great match at Unified. But before we get to Unified, Annika Hex starts. She says, let's welcome our two competitors for this live contract signing. How many times the Women's World Championship changed hands? Only 3 times. Gail Kim to Toni Storm to Soruka. And Beth Phoenix comes out on stage, the Journey World Valkyrie Championship on her shoulder. She gets in the ring, she shakes Annika Hex's hand, and she places the title on the table, and she takes a seat in one of the chairs. And coming out next, our Combat League Women's World Champion, Soruka. And Soruka comes out next. Had a hell of a match at Red Carpet Revenge against Toni Storm. Defeated Toni Storm to become the 3rd ever Combat League Women's World Champion, and could be the last one if she beats Beth Phoenix. And Ruka in the ring, shakes Annika's hand, sits in the chair opposite from Beth Phoenix, both women staring intensely at each other. And Annika, referee hands the contract to Annika Hex. It's a nice little Padfolio contract in it, and Annika Hex opens it up and puts it on the table, and she says, at this time, I will require both of your signatures to signify or to make the unification match official at Unified. And Soruka reaches for the contract, but Beth Phoenix takes it first. And Beth asks for Annika Hex's microphone. So, you did it. Toni Storm didn't think you could do it, but you did it, and I am proud of you holding that championship. I am proud of how much you've accomplished in Combat League in such a short amount of time. But as the laws of physics dictate, what goes up must come down. And make no mistake about it, I am the law. I am the one who reigns dominant over this women's division. I gave you your flowers at Red Carpet Revenge. You are one hell of a competitor. Toni Storm didn't see that, but I do. But that's the thing, isn't it so? I'm not Toni. I never underestimate my competition. At Unified, I'm going to be the one to unify these belts. And Beth signs the contract and slides it over to Sol, and Sol asks for the microphone, and Sol first reads it and then holds the microphone up, and that's the thing I like about you most, Beth. You don't overlook me. You know that I possess the biggest challenge to you in Combat League because just like Toni Storm, you haven't figured me out. I'm a Rubik's Cube that can't be solved because no matter how much you study me, no matter what matches of mine you scout, I am always evolving my game. At Unified, you're not facing the Sol Ruca who won the Queen's Gambit Battle Royal. You're not even facing the Sol Ruca that beat Toni Storm at Red Carpet Revenge. At Unified, you're facing the Sol Ruca who wants to make history. The Sol Ruca who is hungry to be recognized as the last Combat League Women's World Champion and the first Combat League World Singles Champion. Every setback Toni Storm threw my way, I overcame, and I did not clear all of those obstacles just to lose to you now. You can hit me with everything you have, Beth, and I'm going to keep getting up. I'm going to keep fighting. I will not be denied. I am leaving Unified as the World Singles Champion. And Sol Ruca signs her name on the contract, and Annika Hex picks it up from the table, and Beth and Sol both stand up, leave the table, and go face to face. And folks, there it is! These two women unified, and it's gonna be, wait, what the hell's going on? And Christie Ortiz and Tegan Nox have stormed the ring, ambushing both Beth Phoenix and Sol Ruca. And a handful of weeks ago, we saw Tegan Nox approach Christie Ortiz with an offer to form a tag team, and it looks like these two are on the same page as they take turns laying a beating on Sol and Beth. And Annika's left the ring. The referee that was in the ring trying to get this separated, but it's to no avail. Christie grabs Beth Phoenix and she throws Beth and just throws her right into one of those executive chairs. The chair, the wheels fall, rolling back and toppling over, causing Beth to spill or hit the ground and roll to the outside of the ring, spilling to the floor hard. And Christie's aunt and Tegan Nox's aunt and Christie picks up that chair and she just launches it over the ring, trying to hit Beth with it, and it just misses Beth by a fraction. And then Christie pushes Tegan, let's get that surfer bitch. And Christie and Tegan Nox, they grab Sol Ruca, lift her on her feet, then hoist her in the air, and they drop her right through that table, which was hosting the contract signing, and both women proud of their work, standing tall over Sol Ruca. Planted dead center of that broken table while Beth Phoenix is outside of the ring. She's trying to use that chair to, I don't know what she's trying to do, but she's just folded over that chair, and Ortiz and Tegan leave the ring proud of their destruction. We need help out here. And that's going to take us right into our first match of the night, folks. What a maneuver! Oh, what a maneuver! That's how he used to say it, dude. He's going up top. He's going up top. Oh! And then I need to go back and watch some early WWF or 90s WWF, because I remember when the referee would count. You know how it's like, it's like a near fall, like how referees like, oh, it's almost, he almost had it. Vince would go, oh, he's got a pin. And I do it because I actually really like this part of Vince, but he would do the pinfalls and he'd be like, oh, 1, 2, you can go. That was like, that was a Vince McMahonism, no different than, what a maneuver. He's like, oh, he's got him. 1, 2, 3, go. It's a kick out. We're live, folks. First match of the night. I got to get their music playing.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight.
Wait, where is their music? Do I have it? Yeah. And we saw these two young men make their debut. Made their debut at last week, taking on the Hardy Boys. And I mean, they really gave Hardy Boys everything they could ask for. But ultimately, Matt and Jeff, that ring experience, that veteran, the veteran savvy, able to best these two, but they wanted another match. Street Profits really liked what they saw in Cloud9, and here we go, opening match of the night. Welcome to Combat Evolve. We are, like Annika Hex said, 9 days away. 9 days until Unified. And we already had some chaos to start the show. Soruka and Beth Phoenix taken out by Christie, Ortiz, and Tegan Knox. This should be a banger match, dog. For real. This should be good. I'm gonna go and get some predictions up here. Wow, Cody Saturn already loving Cloud9. All right, let's get those predictions going, folks. Did someone say banger? You don't want this kind of smoke. I don't think they do, dog. I don't think they do. 1 second, folks. I'll be back. All right. Cloud9, don't fail me. I want to see Cloud9 do the thing. I do. I want to see how they handle business tonight. And folks, welcome to Combat Evolved. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. They had that match against the Young Bucks 2 weeks ago. Came up short in that. Looking to rebound from their previous loss, and the same can be said about Cloud9. Had that debut, came up short against the Hardy Boys, but I mean, come on, what better team to lose to than the Hardy Boys? Tag team action starting us off. We got a big show. You see the cage suspended from the ceiling. Oh no, it's not working. How do you remove the toggle thing? It's not working on the portal. They're using the shortcut used to be.
Someone get this man a pancake.
What's up? Oh, it's circle R3, right? There we go. Oh shit, dude, now it's done something else. I'm just gonna restart, fuck it. It's left stick. There we go. Shout out, Nazar. For the portal, dude, sometimes they just don't listen to my commands. Angelo Dawkins and Knox Krieger starting things off. The only real OTC. Oh, no, we're gonna can we throw the one up for the OTC, folks? He's the only real OTC. You gotta throw the one up. You want ranch on your pizza? What kind of weirdo does that? Damn, dude. Street Profits starting off with a blockbuster from the top. And a German suplex to follow. Mr. Krieger, the powerhouse of the duo Cloud9. But Montez kicking out at 2. And I know the Cloud9, I was able to speak to them a little bit after their premiere match. Had an interview with them for our social medias, and no, I posted on Discord, I am not doing multiple downloads of the same wrestler unless it's a pay-per-view attire. I will do it, but it's gonna have to be when I have some free time. I can't download a guy every time you notice a mistake, so it's the same one, and when I get time, I'll get the new one. Right hand from Mason Winters. Wait a minute. We've seen this move last week. Up from Cloud9. Montez Ford. Right, Spider, it's always good to see you, my brother. Right hands from Knox. Dazing Ford. And Ford Irish Whip reversal. And out Knox. Knox slice spread from Montez. Taz goes for the pin. Could have it here. Knox out at 2. And if I'm Knox, I'm looking to bring in Mason. Might be that time already in this opening match. Snapmare from Montez Ford and a drop kick right to the side of the head. And look at Knox. Knox, rolling out of the ring, already learning. The Elite was for life. What's up, buddy? Welcome in, man. Right hand from Montez. And like we said, the Street Profits hungry for that first win in Combat League, and I can't say I blame them. had an awesome match with the Young Bucks, and this match so far very competitive here as Knox Krieger slammed that top turnbuckle courtesy of Angelo Dawkins, but eats an elbow counter. Elbows from Angelo right to the midsection, and a that takes Knox off his feet. And one thing that I like about this team, Cloud9, Knox Krieger, the powerhouse, had a lot of impact moves. Mason Winter, I mean, he complements Knox with the high flying. Definitely the faster of the two. And I mean, they just work so smoothly together. They, like I said, teaming in Canada, had a couple of spots on the undercard of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling and caught Bret Hart's attention. I like the game, okay? So like my real analysis is 2K26, no joke. The game itself has some of the best gameplay. As someone who's like a big fan of simulation and doing AI versus AI, the wrestling is really good. It's just that ringside pass is so fucking frustrating. Case in point, there are still a couple of bugs in this game that I think are big, such as like the game randomly crashing whenever you're in one of the create modes, whether it's create an arena, create a belt, whatever. The game will freeze sometimes and crash. They haven't made that a priority to fix, but they made sure to change the way ringside pass, or what is it, ringside pass XP, they've changed the way to reward you for those points. So now you have to do more work. It's just dumb as fuck, man. It's greedy. Uppercut from Dawkins, but a reversal from Mason Winters and a step up Enziguri. Street Profits having to rethink strategy on the outside of the ring. Winters Irish whip, and whoa, beautiful deep arm drag. Deep arm drag from Winters, very impressive. And he's got Angelo on the shoulders. Angelo flapjack to the canvas. One thing I do like, I like that you can, and I can't wait until we get everything fully moved over to 2K26, because I love the wrap-up feature with matches. I think it has worked. The only match that I had a slight issue with was a ladder match, but even then, they still found a way to end it. Wait, now Knox Krieger, Angelo Dawkins in Cloud9. I don't like any of your showcase. I think the showcase is lame. I will say, I'm the kind of person that wants to have all the wrestlers so that I can do shit like this, do my universe mode in my private time, all that. And I felt like this year's showcase was crazy, because like I played on easy, because I'm trying to play on the easiest mode. I played on easy, and I changed the reversal, the amount of times AI reverses, and those motherfuckers still reverse like 1 out of like every 3 moves. The Seth Rollins match was the most annoying, because I would get him in the crowd, and I'd go in the crowd to do something to him. First, I couldn't figure out how to get him in the crowd for the longest, because he did not follow me. A lot of people said just go in the crowd and he'll follow you. He never did. So then I figured out that you could just carry him and throw him over. So I throw him over, and then I'd climb the barricade, and then I would do a move. He would reverse that move, hop over the barricade, get back in the ring. And I shit you not, this happened 3, maybe 4 times. I think Street Profits are down to 1 breakup. Or 2, they might have 2 left. No, they have 1. That's their second breakup. Knox moving out of the way of that boot. Dawkins, eats a kick to the midsection, doubled over. Dawkins, wait a minute, roll up. Dawkins might have it here. And Knox out at 1. Wait! Knox with a reversal. Knox has a pin. And a bridge from Angelo Dawkins. Impressive. Dawkins pinfall now. And Knox out of that backslide. Whew. What a match to start the show, folks. And we got so much more. If you're just tuning in, you see the cage suspended above the ring. It is no escape for Barry Barnes tonight. Blockbuster. The Street Pride Montez can make that pin if he can get there. Well, I don't know. Elects not to. For some reason, makes the decision not to and pays for it. Knox fighting out of that corner. Belly suplex from Mr. Krieger. Man, that guy's an animal. He is an animal. Winner's legal man. And a German suplex from Mason. And that was high angle on that suplex. And a second, look at the angle at which he snaps Montez forward to the canvas. The German suplex, picture perfect. And Montez recognizing that and respecting the danger of the suplexes, tagging in Angelo Dawkins, my boy. Nothing but love for my boy Nibs. We living well, bro. How you been? I got my tickets for NXT Stand and Deliver. So we're going to be doing that. I couldn't quite figure out how the venue is seated. It's the Factory. And I couldn't figure out I don't really know. Like, I don't know if we're sitting on the floor or if we're sitting in that, like, balcony front row. I want the balcony seats because I feel like that's, like, the perfect viewing. And now Mason scooping up Angelo Dawkins. Wait, traps the head. Cheeky Nando's! Where are you working at now, Nibs? And now, just like earlier, Dawkins having to make the tag to Montez Ford. And Tez got Mason up and center of the ring. Beautiful powerbomb. Man, that might have taken it out of Mason. You're in Lexington. I was hoping they were going to do something in April or May. They did Wrestle Dream in St. Louis, which I mean is not. I mean, like 3 hours from where you're at. Hey, Cloud9's fighting, but you can't. You got to put some respect on Street Profits, bro. Misses that. Never mind. I spoke too soon. God damn it. By the way, if you are interested in this interactive universe, you want to join our EFED, this is AI versus AI. I mean, really, the rules are simple. Don't be an asshole. Have some fun. Talk some wrestling with us. That's what we do in the stream. Always looking for new players. Krieger, legal man. He's got Ford up. And a running power slam from Mr. Krieger. This might be the Prophet's final breakup if it happens. Montez Ford out at 2. Man, Cloud9 would have been on Cloud9, no pun intended, if they had picked up the pinfall there. And wait, beautiful roll through suplexes. Look at the wrestling base here from Knox Krieger. That's what I'm talking about. This guy, I mean, both these men have a future, but what's up? Oh, wow. Karen, what's up, man? I didn't know if you were joining the Combat League or not. I haven't heard from you. It's good to see you, dude. Krieger trying to pull Montez, center of the ring, trying to get him away from those ropes. Submission here from Knox. No, Montez slips to the legs. Dead legs him via Elite Ones for life has joined the Bad Guy Club. As a member of the club, you receive a pair of sunglasses, a switchblade, and a leather jacket. Thank you for joining the Bad Club on Twitch TV. And remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun. I've been going back and watching random old matches right now. I'm working my way through the Wrestling Observer Match of the Year list from 2000 until now. What match are you on? That's very interesting. Will Barrow clear from Cloud9. Ford, no choice but to roll out of the ring. I'm well, dude. Definitely now that you're here. It's good to see you, dude. Glad you're doing well. Wait, Mason, no! Spike power driver on the outside! Man, and we saw last week these two competitive. And a second one! Right on the outside again! Cloud9 want to win. And it's perfectly legal. My reaction is just just right to the barricade. My God, dude. Pro Wrestling Noah during that era, that was right when they had left All Japan. And you have you're about to get to Kenta, which I don't know if Kenta had any 5-star matches in Noah, but Jesus. That, like, for people who've only seen Hideo Itami or Kenta now, I don't think you guys realize that there was a long period of time where I thought Kenta was the best wrestler on the planet. Beautiful sit-out powerbomb. Blue Thunderbomb from Mason Winters goes for the pin. Angelo Dawkins taken out on the outside. This could be it. Cloud9 could have the victory. No! Montez still fights alive. He is fighting to stay in this. Fighting. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't really do like I don't know how to phrase this. I don't really do advertisements on my Twitch or my Discord. However, I am for sure open. Like, if we get to know you and the vibe is cool and I know you're like here to like be a part of this, then we can maybe discuss it, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. I watched a Shibata and Kenta versus Misawa and someone else. Dude, Noah, all Japan and Noah's tag matches, period. They had really good tag team matches. I'm trying to think, like, when I was watching Noah, it was Misawa, Kobashi, freaking Akiyama, overhead belly-to-belly suplex from Cloud9. And a back suplex. Krieger is just the wrestling machine. And I don't want anyone to take this any type of way, right? Because I'm not thinking this because I need tag teams. I'm just saying that, like, you know how, like, when people talk about the Street Profits, so, oh man, Montez Ford, that guy could be a breakout single star. If I was to make an assessment right now, I would be like, Knox Krieger would be the guy that if this team exploded down the road, Knox Krieger, I feel like I could do some shit with. A big belt tonight over the Street Profits. How about that? And man, these two men are pumped. Let's look at these highlights from this match, that blockbuster. What a match! Give it up for both these teams, but Cloud9! How impressive were these two young men tonight? And you can look at the highlights here. I thought Montez had it. He was fighting both of these men at one point with Angelo Dawkins out on the outside, but it was that final Cloud9. Montez trying to go to the top rope with the frog splash, and he got caught. And that allowed Knox and Mason to take him out with going Cloud9. And that right there, that's where I thought it would have been. I was like, man, what are the odds if that happens a second time? I just like this right here, man. This going Cloud9. You see Montez Ford trying to frog splash, but Knox right hand trips him up, and Mason on his feet catches Montez on the way down. Beautiful tag team maneuver from Cloud9, and they're up. They are amped about this victory. Good win for the boys, man. Good win for the boys. All right, Former. All right, Bliss. We see you. We see you. We acknowledge you. I like it. Good win. Good dub. Oh, my God. Takeshi Morishima. I'm not going to lie. I did not like when he won the Ring of Honor title. But, yes, he's a hard hitter. Morishima was really good. I got to send myself crying. And after the match, we have Cloud9 celebrating in the ring. What up, Little Craig? But after the match, the camera cuts backstage to Christie, Ortiz, and Tegan Knox, who are still amped from their assault on Beth Phoenix and Soruka. And the two see the camera crew, and Tegan Knox looks at the camera. That right there is what's called making a statement. And Christie says, me and Tiggs, yeah, we didn't get along, but we are on the same page about this. And we just showed those world champions that the two baddest bitches aren't wrestling at Unified. The two baddest bitches are standing right here. And Tegan Knox nods and she says, pretty soon, the whole world is going to see that we run the women's division, not anyone else. And Ortiz says, and there ain't a damn thing that Beth, Soul, or anyone can do about it. Let's hit it, Teagues. And Tegan and Christie march off. There he goes at an 11. And the camera cuts to an interview segment. Blizz Boda with our man of the evening, the man in the main event, Dominik Mysterio. And Dominik, he's got anger in those eyes. The crowd is in support of Dominik, cheering Dominik. And this is like, wow, we have a Dominik Mysterio face turn. And after what happened to Liv Morgan last week, how could you even blame them? These people have embraced Dominik. And I don't even want to show the footage. I don't even want to talk about the footage of what happened. I'm just going to say this. Fuck you very much, Barry Barnes. And we cut to Blizz Boda. And Boda says, Dom, I am very sorry about what happened. And I hate to bring this up, but I am going to ask, how is Liv? And Dom, Liv's a fighter. It's going to take a lot more than what happened to take out my mamacita. Anna, you have no idea what's waiting for you at Unified. But I'm here because I want to talk to you, Barry Barnes. Hey, douchebag. I heard you were bragging about what you did to Liv, and that's exactly why I demanded tonight's match. There's no running away. None of your boys are out there. You're not going to be able to hide behind any of your boys. I am going to beat your ass within an inch of your life, and it's all going to be perfectly legal. It is all going to be perfectly fair. What you did last week was unforgivable, Barry, and you're going to pay for your sins. There's no escape tonight. And Dominik storms off, and we get another video package from Oba Femi showing more highlights from the ruler. And we get a voiceover from Oba, and he says, a ruler can only survey for so long before he is ready to act. I warned the champions of Combat League, and that warning has now been extended to each and every one of you in the locker room. I'm ready for combat. Oh, how about that? Femi. Oba Femi calling out the Combat League locker room. Oops. One thing I don't like about this game is the text randomly disappearing. I don't get why that happens. I mean, I get it. I don't like it. Can I just say that? Oh, Oba Femi has a badass theme, dude. I am not going to deny that. Man, that reminds me of my boy when we were in college. He would always play the Great Khali's theme song. Like when he'd come by to pick me up, if we were going somewhere like to a party, you would just hear that through the neighborhood. I don't know how the song goes, but yes, that was his. It's time to get hyped because we're about to go get fucked up. Let's time to get hyped because we're about to get fucked up theme song. Singles action back at ringside. Oba Femi calling out the Combat League locker room. I don't know, man. Oba Femi is not a man I would want to mess around with. We saw what happened when he took Chris Jericho's match. I think Jericho was expecting an easier match. I think he was expecting a gimme match. You even heard him ask where Cody Saturn was. He even underestimating Cody Saturn. But he got Oba Femi that night, and Oba Femi, man, did Oba Femi just take him apart. The heel chompa stuff with the bright DIY doesn't sit well with me. Wait, what? Are you talking about doing it to the Briscoe? Are you talking about the thing from Collision? I'm indifferent. I know Tony was probably a big fan of that. And he wanted, there's nothing wrong with wanting to relive an angle. It'd be different if it was following the exact same story beats, but I'm okay with like a an homage to oh, okay, well, he did. So Tommaso Ciampa turned on Mark Briscoe the exact same way that Tommaso Ciampa turned on Johnny Gargano. Like, it was scene for scene on the stage, tossed them. I mean, it was pretty much like you could have did both those segments side by side and it would have been, it played the same. My bad. I didn't know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking, because that's like been the topic of conversation from the weekend. Hey, Jean Who 54 has joined the Bad Guy Club. As the newest member of the club, you receive a pair of sunglasses, a switchblade, and a leather jacket. Thank you for joining the Baddest Club on Twitch TV. And as always, remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun. We are back at ringside. Our next match about to go underway. Tommaso Ciampa and Haku Sakamoto. And Sakamoto, man, this guy's has been a little twisted, a lot twisted. It started with the way he took out his, who I thought was his best friend, his brother Jay White, how he took him out at Genesis. And since then, it's like this guy has stooped to new levels of degeneracy ever since. Mocking Juice Robinson, and he took out Muerte. And he paid Sky Blue and Selena Quinn to take out Hana Kikuchi. You know, almost one by one, taking out members of the Bullet Club. And he warned Juice Robinson that he would be next. And Robinson, man, he's been on pure emotion ever since what happened to Jay White. I can't blame him. What Haku Sakamoto did was uncalled for, plain and simple. But you know what? We're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about our next matchup here. Sakamoto one-on-one with Mr. Tommaso Ciampa. And Sakamoto, wow! I mean, he caught Tommaso off guard there with that dive. I don't know if Juice is on cloud 9, man. He's on something. He's pissed. I also don't know how y'all feeling, but I'm loving Tekla's champ. Yeah, she's awesome. She's good. She's very good. You gotta think they're probably saving that for All In, right? Tony Storm and Thekla. That's gotta be the move. And that's why I'm almost thinking Will Ospreay's winning the Owen Hart Cup this year. He's got to be coming back just in time for the Owen Hart Cup, and he's going to win the title at All In. But it's hard to really pin that down because, like, I don't know what the world title picture is going to look like. I really don't know if Adam Page beats MJF at Revolution. I don't. I hope he does. What up, Slim? Coming in just in time as Tommaso forearm dropping Sakamoto, but Sakamoto up at 1. No kidding, dude. I'm missing some Jay White. I don't think we've really gotten Tommaso Ciampa enough in Combat League to determine what role he's in. He's just not a fixture on the shows yet. We got to get him there. Elbows from Tommaso and drop kick, and that one took Sakamoto right off his feet. And Tommaso's just one of those guys you do not want to mess with. As Sakamoto gets an elbow up and a lariat, goodness, man, he just pasted Tommaso Ciampa with that spring. Oh, nice. Slingshotting back in with the side shuffle kick, taking Ciampa off his feet and now stopping on the arm. And that's the thing about Sakamoto. This guy's methodical. He enjoys, well, he said it himself, he doesn't hurt people or he doesn't enjoy being violent. He's violent because he knows that that is the way to survive in this world. He believes that this world is cutthroat and he has to be cutthroat in response. And he does things without weighing the emotion of it. He instead just thinks of the logic of it. I want to win this match, therefore I have to beat Tommaso. Well, how can I do that? Well, let me just break his arm. Those are the kind of, that's the string of logic that Sakamoto has, and it's legal. hey, I could attack his arm until he can't use it anymore. I could try to break it. It's not illegal to do that. Let me do that instead. And I think that was his thought process with Jay White. He said so. How can I end things with Jay White for good? How can I get past this confrontation, this heated rivalry we have? Well, I'll just take Jay White out of pro wrestling. And that's, I mean, again, how he just, you could see in the eyes, there was no emotion as he dragged Jay White to that steel chair and then put the sandwich his head between those chairs and stomped right on it. For him, it is not personal. And he tried to tell Juice Robinson that, but if I'm Juice, I'm going after Jay White. I don't blame him. As Tommaso backbreaker pinfall center of the ring. And Sakamoto out at 2. Man, I was trying to find a match on this show that we could do on 2K26. I couldn't really think of one. Oh, we could have done Jordynne Grace and Giulia, I guess. Damn. Wow, Tommaso Ciampa! And here's how this win actually happens. This kind of ties in a little okay with what I've done. So, I'm sorry, Slim. I love you. Tommaso Ciampa does not win this match because during the match, Juice Robinson storms into the ring and he tackles Haku Sakamoto and he begins firing at him with rights and lefts, giving Haku Sakamoto the DQ win. And Robinson chases Sakamoto around the ring. Eventually, Sakamoto hops over the barricade. He hops over the barricade and hides behind Esteban Harp. He basically holds Esteban Harp hostage. And Robinson back in the ring. Ciampa heading to the Ciampa pissed about this DQ, but and he just kind of stares from ringside, walking up the ramp, staring at what's going on, pissed that he just lost this match because of DQ. Foreshadowing, folks. Iron Tiger, what do you think about? Remember what we discussed earlier? I think this would be a good reason for this person to buy in to what we discussed. DM me on your thoughts. So Tommaso Ciampa on the outside, he's watching this happen. And he can't believe he just got DQ'd, and Sakamoto takes Esteban Harp's mic, and Juice Robinson back at the ring, and he's yelling, "Get in here! I'm not enough of this shit! Bring your ass to Unified!" And Haku, oh my, so angry, Juice! And he says, but no, that's not how this works, Jay. I mean, Juice. You need to entice me. Sell me on this match. And Juice is, no, I am sick of this. I am sick of these goddamn mind games. What is it gonna take to get you in this ring to shut you the hell up? And Haku says, oh, now we're talking, Juice. What is it gonna take for me to step in the ring with you? Oh, I know exactly what it's gonna take. I warned you to stay out of my business, and you couldn't do that. And because of that, I promised to take everything away from you. First, it was Muerte. Then, it was Hana. And at Unified, if you really want this match, when I beat you, I want Bullet Club gone for good. This is the match you want, right, Juice? How much does this match mean to you? Because if it means as much as you say it does, then Bullet Club is gone forever. And I'm not talking just Combat League. I'm talking the entirety of pro wrestling. No more Bullet Club. Never to be heard from again. And the anger in Juice Robinson dissipates. Because now he has a whole new dilemma to contemplate. And Sakamoto picks up on that. You're not looking so tough now, are you, Juice? I understand the weight of my challenge because after all, your want for revenge could be the very thing that officially puts an end to Bullet Club. And in the history books, it's going to be Haku Sakamoto as the Bullet Club killer. I'm going to be generous though, Juice. I'm going to give you some time to think it over. You might want to make the right choice. Do what's best for Bullet Club and not what's best for Juice Robinson. What's up, Boda? Thanks for the raid, my boy. And Haku drops the mic to hands the microphone back to Esteban Harp, and he makes his escape through the crowd as Juice Robinson contemplating his decision. What is he going to decide? But folks, we can't talk about that. Let's head backstage. And I'm so sorry, Annika. I am very sorry about this. Annika heads backstage with Barry Barnes. Take it away, Annika. And Annika is just looking at Barry and, you know, Barry, I don't even know what to say to you, but I am going to have to do my job. I am a professional, but you know what? No, never mind. How could you do that to Liv Morgan? And Anna Adams gets right up in Annika's face. Do we have a problem, Annika? And Annika realizing, kind of backing down. No, of course not. I'm sorry. Then shut up and do your damn job. And Annika not wanting to face Anna's wrath. Okay, well, Barry, tonight you have a main event. Dominik Mysterio, steel cage. And Barry says, you know what? Annika, hold on. Babe, you didn't have to do that. Annika, you're right. I've had a week to think about all the things that happened. Everything that I did. And I seriously, I genuinely don't know how we got here. I can't live with myself. Like, I think about everything that's happened, and it makes me angry. And it fills me with sorrow, and genuinely, I'm from the bottom of my heart, I am disappointed. Because despite all these changes that we have worked so hard to usher into Combat League, I am still somehow put into a position against yet another one of Bret Hart's favorites, and I am sick and tired of this injustice. That's right, Annika, I am sick. Week in and week out, Barry Barnes gets abused, but all anyone wants to talk about is what happened to Liv. Boo freaking who? She got hurt in a wrestling match. It happens all the time. It's part of the sport. Get over it. If anything, I did you a favor, Dom, because she was gonna dump you on live TV. She already did it. You should be thanking me. But maybe you just like being a simp. A cage match. Another barbaric match that doesn't allow me to showcase all of the things that make me an exceptional wrestler. Wrestler, Annika, this is a wrestling company, right? But instead, I'm being caged like an animal. Well, fine with me. Because just think about this, Tom. And once you think about it, it's not too late to take your ass to the offices and ask to cancel this match. There's still plenty of time. Because, Dom, I'm not the one who's locked in a cage with you. You're the one who's locked in a cage with me. And at that, Annika Hex just rolls her eyes. Yeah, this guy's a douchebag. I agree. Let's get out of here, babe. And he holds Anna Adams' hand and they walk off. Yeah, I'm sick of this guy. Again, I'm sorry for everyone who has to sit through the hell that is Barry Barnes. But you're right, DS Gaming. He's an animal. Plain and simple. B-Boats, what's up, bub? Welcome in, man. Glad to see you. And folks, let's take it to ringside. Our next match of the night, seconds away from going down. Katana, what's up? Oh, singles action and man, main event tonight. Perry Barnes, what did you say? Barnes, I hope Dominik kicks your ass, Barry. Katana, you missed it. You and Beth Phoenix had a contract signing. You guys got jumped by Tegan Knox and Christie Ortiz. What a show it has been. You know, I did not like the night of the time change because, of course, I lost an hour of sleep. But I'm fucking with it. It's staying brighter later, which I always love. Always a fan of that. And you got to think both Giulia and Jordynne Grace, two women with their eyes set on resetting. Jordynne Grace lost the Twitch TV championship at Genesis to, oh my goodness, Saya Kamitani. I was going to say Utami Hayashishita. I was like, I know she did not wrestle like Utami. Lost the title at Genesis to Saya Kamitani. And since then, Jordynne Grace has been trying to earn her way back to another match. She's been calling out Anna Adams. And Giulia challenged Anna Adams at Red Carpet Revenge and unfortunately came up short. You know, I couldn't find them, dude. I couldn't find your CAW or Iron Tigers. Iron Tiger put his under the Combat League tags, but I couldn't find them. I would say use Combat or Maddox. Just use Combat or Maddox for the tag, and I'll look for them again. Or use both. Use both. I don't give a fuck. PS is split at the moment. What? I'm confused. I'm only 5. I don't know these things. And man, this is going to be a hard-hitting matchup if there ever was one. I'm going to say this. Why are we shaming Barry when Liv left Dom for months and out of nowhere she loves him again? I don't believe that. She was a snake waiting to strike. And that means she should get hit with a trash can? Is that what you're saying? She should have a trash can drop kicked in her face from a turnbuckle to turnbuckle. Hook me up. What are we saying here, Seth? Or are you saying that because you're boys with Barry Barnes, so of course you're going to defend him? Oh, that's right. Someone said that, and I forgot. That's right. The community creations aren't shared yet for some reason. Okay, so I just want to clarify. Let's just. I know you guys are probably tired of me shitting on this game, but let's just clarify. The community creations between PS5 and Xbox, which are supposed to be shared, hasn't been fixed. They're still divided. They haven't offered a fix, but they found a way to make sure that you couldn't exploit the submission matches to get tiers really fast. Their priorities are so fucked, it's crazy. Grace military press slamming Giulia to the canvas. And you already know what my next decision is going to be. If you could do a 60-second Iron Man match, I would do one in a heartbeat. Kick from Jordynne Grace that takes Giulia down. I still have to say my favorite comment from launch night was when the PlayStation users like myself, Negative, we couldn't get into 2K26. The site kept crashing, and Negative, I wish I should just find the message and quote him word for word, but he said, can't log into the game, but oh, look what works perfectly fine, the ringside pass tier. Perfectly up in the upper right of the screen, has no issues running. Dude, I was howling when I read that shit. So funny. Giulia holding on the ropes. Wait a minute. I think Blizz has Blizz has PlayStation. Let's see, I think Blizz has Xbox too, doesn't he? Wait, does Blizz might have Xbox? What do you have, Blizz? Barry fell. It wasn't on purpose. He fell from one side of the ring to the next. Yeah, he's Xbox. So it's on PlayStation, so it's still going to be an issue. Damn, dude, we might just be fizzling. I guess we're definitely for sure not ready to move to 2K26 yet. How have they not addressed that? I have PlayStation, so that's why I can't find your game. I can't find your guys. The Xbox and the PlayStation CCs aren't shared yet. Damn, what a slam from Jordynne. Goes for the pin, and no, Giulia out kicks out before the 1 count. Giulia digging deep here, and she's gonna have to. Dude, I love that move. Giulia getting slapped by the referee. Gut wrench from Jordynne Grace has her up, and beautiful gut wrench suplex. Wait a minute, reversal from Giulia, wrist lock takedown. And now Giulia has the, arm trapped, and wow, all the shoulders, arm trapped, spins around, and just drives her to the canvas. And Kamagoye knee, and Jordynne might be knocked out, folks. Jordynne out at 2. Match is still going. Man, I gotta give props to the women's division in Combat League. One of the deepest divisions in all of pro wrestling, and these women showing why. Misses the missile drop kick to Giulia from the top, and Jordynne, her opportunity for a pin. No, Giulia kicks out again. Jordynne, I was gonna say, it looked like she was looking for some kind of maneuver. But Giulia scouted it, kicks to the leg, those low kicks, and an Irish whip to follow up, and now Jordynne, it's a headbutt from Giulia. Giulia leg trapped and working, taking away the strength of Jordynne. Take out the legs, you lose a lot of power. I know you guys are tired of hearing me say that, but that's just how it works. And Giulia, beautiful suplex. I was gonna say, it looked like Giulia looking to end things here, but realizes Grace too close to the ropes. Wait a minute, Giulia hits the ropes, missile drop kick. No, Jordynne sees it coming. And now Jordynne has Giulia on the shoulders, is that rolling Death Valley, but Giulia able to slide outside of the ring, uses the ropes to escape the attack. Irish whip from Jordynne. Misses the chop. Giulia holds onto the ropes. I mean, what a fantastic contest. These women have each other's number. Irish whip from Giulia now. Wait, Jordynne, let's reverse. No, knees from Giulia. Goodness. Series of knees and a Russian leg sweep to follow. Now Giulia in that corner. Oh, what a running knee. Goodness. Just like that, Giulia comes back from the loss. She has stopped Jordynne Grace. Grace's chance at a Twitch TV rematch has just been stalled, courtesy of Giulia. Both these women needed a win, and it showed in the worst way. And you gotta give it up. I thought Jordynne Grace had it, but Giulia just kept coming. And I think Giulia's got a chip on her shoulder after losing to Anna Adams. And you could see that tonight. That running knee, man, finished it. It said it all. The impact. I mean, Jordynne Grace was out cold. I mean, just look at her body. Look at this. Jordynne goes limp. Jordynne's limp. Giulia knows it. That's all she wrote. Big win for Giulia. And Giulia gets to her feet and she motions her hands around her waist. She wants another shot at that Twitch TV title. She wants championship gold, and bruh, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Maybe she'll get it here soon. And the camera cuts to Juice Robinson. He's backstage and his hands are resting on his hips and he lets out a big sigh. And he looks at the camera and he does the Bullet Club for life. And Juice points at his shirt. It's a Bullet Club shirt. Saved my wrestling career. When I was lost in the shuffle in Japan, looking like I wasn't going anywhere, it was the Bullet Club that turned my career around and made me into the man that I am now, made me the wrestler that I am now. So this choice that I've been led to make, it ain't exactly an easy one. But it wasn't just Bullet Club that changed my life. There was one man who took a chance on me by bringing me into the fold. Jay White and Juice Robinson, we've caused chaos and terror everywhere we've gone. When Jay went all elite, I was the first person he brought in. When I came to Combat League, he gave me the blessing to run my own extension of Bullet Club. Jay White is family. And he was your family too, Haku. But you tried ending his career at Genesis. Jay White brought you into the fold as well, Haku. By your own admission, you were lost in Japan, Haku. And Jay saw something in you, and the two of you lit it up as the premier tag team in all of Japan. But in your twisted, messed up little mind, that was not enough for you. So you made the decision to try to maim the one guy who always looked out for you. And having to put Bullet Club's legacy on the line means I finally get the opportunity to beat the shit out of you. That is fine with me. I'm doing this for Muerte and Hana. I'm doing this for Jay. You're gonna wish you never fuck with the Bullet Club, Haku. And Juice storms off. Man, this is gonna be a short night tonight. A recap airs of the Commonwealth Cup semifinal from last week. And man, from the very beginning, Satanta and Andrade, those two went to fucking war. I mean, the match literally started with both men just tagging the shit out of each other with right hands. I mean, I don't even know if any actual moves happened. I think it was punches and finishers. That was pretty much the gist of the match. And unfortunately, Satanta, he said that he believed winning the Commonwealth Cup would be his full circle moment in his career, but it was Andrade who would come out victorious, and there were a lot of distractions. I mean, first off, you had Liv Morgan getting taken out at the beginning of the show and Dom losing focus. You had then Dom and MJF getting arrested along with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. But at the end of the night, as the main event started, we found Ilya Dragunov beating the hell. I mean, he beat Adam Cole to a bloody pulp. And that's so Satanta had all these things weighing him down. And he lost to Andrade and, of course, Seth Rollins coming out after the match is over and stomping Satanta and pulling Satanta's mask off, mocking the Irish luchador. So now we know, going back to the Commonwealth Cup, as a result of the match, Andrade has moved on to the Commonwealth Cup finals. He will be competing at Unified. He will have a chance to win the Commonwealth Championship. He will be the first he has a chance to be the first Commonwealth champion in the first ever Commonwealth Rules match for Combat League. But who is he going to face in the finals? We have Eddie Guerrero. We have Myron Reed. Let's go ahead and get those predictions up. This is our co-main event of the night. We are going to put some big pancakes on this because this is one of our big matches, and y'all already know what I got to say. No bitch-assness in the big matches. Co-main event, Myron Reed, Eddie Guerrero, who will face Andrade at Unified on Friday. Predictions are going live. No clue why he was so mad. You know why he was mad, you asshole. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You and Barry Barnes, so similar in so many scummy different ways. I bet everything on Eddie. Will put your money where your mouth is, big dog. We'll get that prediction going. I see zeros next to both names. I see some bitch assness happening. I don't see everything. Oh, there it is, 4.5. 4.5 on Eddie. I'd love to see it. Yeah. And Myron Reed, man, this guy has been on a tear, defeating Will Ospreay in his debut match, then going on to beat Tyson Cruz in the first round of the Commonwealth Cup. But man, what a big match. Myron Reed has had nothing but big matches in Combat League. Will Ospreay, Tyson Cruz, and Eddie Guerrero. This guy, I mean, needless to say, man, Myron Reed's got a future in Combat League. Also, what I missed, I just got here. Well, we just found out that Juice Robinson and Haku Sakamoto has been confirmed for Unified. If Haku Sakamoto beats Juice Robinson, Bullet Club are over. There is no more Bullet Club in all of pro wrestling, meaning you're just not gonna see Bullet Club in Combat League anymore. So that's if he wins.
I've been breaking backs, I've been snapping necks. When I show up, cap and crunch, then I grab my check. Walked out wearing the vest, walk out looking the best. Walked out cashing a check. Young go, young go.
This match should slap, dude. Don't be scared. Guerrero looked great against Smoke Morgan. Those two also, I mean, goddamn, the Commonwealth Cup. There hasn't been a bad Commonwealth match. I think my least favorite Commonwealth match, probably Tyson Cruz and Myron Reed, but the other matches had just spazzed. 2K from 100K. What? Who has 100? Why do you have 100K? That's a lot of pancakes. What you doing with that? Don't be like that. Well, that's a lot of K. Is this Eddie Hogan? We don't know. He's only had one match. Wait, what are you saving up for? Y'all, she's the bank and we're playing Monopoly, man. Just let someone borrow some pancakes. Waist lock to start from Eddie Guerrero. No, God, no. God, no. No! No, please, I can't do it. Don't let me do it. Girl, nice waist lock takeover. Jesus, and stopping. Wait a minute, girl on the apron. Myron Reed, Hurricane Rana from Eddie Guerrero. Myron Reed nowhere to go, didn't see it coming, pinfall. And it is very special magic when Guerrero's in that ring. And I'm not trying to take away anything from Myron Reed, but Eddie Guerrero he's captured the hearts and imaginations of fans all over the world. And we felt that. We felt that when he faced Smoke Morgan. Now Myron Reed, though, backing Guerrero to the turnbuckle. Excellent look there from Myron. And a clean break from both men, but Guerrero goes low with the kicks. Kick to the midsection and a drop kick. Man, Guerrero went high with that drop kick, and that took Myron Reed right off his feet. Guerrero right on the attack. Oh, Myron Reed knocks the clothesline, but eats another one. Guerrero saw him coming. Guerrero saw him coming. Middle rope, Guerrero now. Myron Reed getting back to his feet. He might be in trouble here. I'm not sure he knows. Guerrero on top of the DDT. Goodness. Just flatting Myron. Goes to work with a shoulder lock. And I really think Guerrero could have went for the pin there, but he's better. Who better to assess than the man in the ring? Who am I to say? I'm at the broadcast table. Guerrero eats a sidekick. Irish whip, Hurricane Rana from Myron Reed. Now Myron in control of the action. And he pulls Guerrero away from that turnbuckle. Beautiful sit-out powerbomb. Buckle assisted powerbomb at that. And Reed top rope. Nope, gets the leg drop. Beautiful leg drop. And Myron Reed in that corner. Reed, oh, beautiful scoop. What a kick! Right to the temple of Guerrero. That could be it. No, Myron instead. Oh, eat some kicks. Guerrero playing possum. But I know a little worse off from that kick. Elbow, though, from Myron. Shoulder tackle to follow up. Guerrero head smash to the turnbuckle, elbow there again from Eddie, and what the hell? I don't know what this. Oh, it goes after the knee. This Myron Reed. We get to the midsection, and now's got Guerrero. Oh, Buster! What a maneuver! And I don't know if that's a smart decision from Myron. Mocking Guerrero, and Guerrero, man, and now look at Guerrero making Myron pay. Toss him right to that turbo. Wait, Myron elbow. Oh, and what a boot. And Myron can back up the cockiness. That's why he does the things that he does. I question it, but look who's in control. Wait, nope, spoke too soon. Inverted DDT from Eddie Guerrero. And I know Guerrero starting to realize that this kid Myron has something special too. Guerrero sees a springboard, Hurricane Rana back into the ring, toppling Myron Reed over. Guerrero going top rope. That's a long distance to cover, Eddie. Can Eddie do it? Frog splash from across the ring. Beautiful. He got all of it. And now Guerrero. Oh, brainbuster. Will Guerrero go to Unified? Will he compete for the Commonwealth Championship? Not yet. Myron Reed showed up just barely with the shoulder up. And now Myron eating those right hands. And Eddie on the shoulders, another Hurricane Rana. Wait a minute, Myron Reed back to his feet. The Hurricane Rana from Myron. Forearms, big chops. Myron back in control. Man, this could be it. Could you imagine? I think you have to consider this an upset. Myron beating Eddie, but man, he beat Will Ospreay. He beat the giant Tyson Cruz. Do not sleep on hot fire, Myron Reed. Middle rope from Myron. Yoinks. Eddie, though, springboard drop kick takes advantage. And Myron again out of two. Myron kind of had a mess up on that middle rope. He might have paid for it. Back suplex from Eddie. I think Myron might have paid for it, slipping on that rope. Costly mistake from the young man. Frog splash from Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero could have it here. This could be it. Guerrero could be going to the finals. No! Myron Reed out again. And runs right into a Hurricane Rana. Just Myron Reed. Eddie just lured him in with that one. And now Myron on the apron. Right forearm and Guerrero slingshot. Man, case Myron. Goodness. Big chops. Guerrero just all over him. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors takeover on the outside of the ring. Over Guerrero, this is the elbow. Myron, just sends him right to the steel steps. Goodness. No way. No way, Myron, top rope. Oh, the elbow to the outside. My God. And Myron, referee in the way, dude. Are you kidding? Counter from Eddie Guerrero, Bulldog. Referee got in the way so Myron couldn't toss him into the ring. And now Eddie tossing Myron into the steps. And I don't know, man. That might have taken it out of that might have taken it out of Reed, and I think Guerrero sees blood in the water. And there's literal blood. I think Myron might be cut open. Guerrero on the outside. Power bomb! Right on the outside. Myron somehow still alive. Still in this. But no, tosses the steel steps again. Well, y'all, I don't know. I think if y'all thought Phoenix was bad, Guerrero just... Jesus. Guerrero! Outside, wait, Myron! Myron, go cutter! Let's break this! Myron caught him! Myron caught him! My God, my Guerrero Irish Rip reversal after eating a cutter on the outside. What the hell? The cutter counter was cool, but I think Guerrero just said, fuck this. I think he's done. I think Guerrero's here to beat somebody up. And Eddie somehow showed her up. Spike Guerrero! Myron Reed! Are you kidding? He did it again! He did it again! You never count! And you never cut out! Super hot fire! Put someone over. What a match! Holy crap! That was awesome. And Myron Reed celebrating in the ring, but his celebration cut short because he turns around and eats a spinning back elbow from Andrade, his opponent at Unified. And Andrade's music cuts off. Myron Reed's music cuts off. I really want to play. I prefer the AEW Andrade music to his WWE theme. And Andrade stands over Myron Reed. And he says, the Commonwealth Cup is my destiny. I will be the Commonwealth champion. And Andrade's music hits the PA system. No, I don't like this. This is not his theme. I want the new theme. There we go. This is a bop, dude. And Andrade is celebrating in the ring, and a graphic comes up confirming it. Unified, Andrade, Myron Reed, Commonwealth rules, the Commonwealth Cup Finals, the winner becoming the first ever Combat League Commonwealth Champion. How about that? And after the ring clears out, a song hits the PA system. And Adam Page, the Hangman, hits the stage, and he has a look of determination as he wastes no time. He's stomping down the aisle, gets in the ring, and as a reminder, as Adam Page is heading to the ring, last stream, Adam Page said he took some inspiration from Cody Saturn, because Cody Saturn, he's challenging Big Show in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the YouTube Championship at Unified. And Adam Page said he was proud of Cody. Cody's looking to make his moment, and Adam Page said he's going to do the same. And when Liz Boda asked what he meant, Adam Page said, "You'll find out," and I guess this is what we're here for. And Adam Page's music cuts off, the crowd chanting cowboy shit, and Adam Page says, "Oba Femi, I hear your warning loud and clear. I am ready for combat. I'll see you at Unified, big man." And Page drops the microphone, theme song hitting the PA system. Page, calling out Oba Femi. Page, calling out the ruler. And Page heads to the back. Oh, and Adam Page! Oba Femi! That is gonna be a war! That's that cowboy shit right there. So we've confirmed tonight, joining Unified, Juice Robinson versus Haku Sakamoto. If Haku wins, Bullet Club are no more. And now we've added to Unified a singles match. Oba Femi versus Adam Page. But we go backstage where Seth Rollins, Ilya Dragunov, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Anna Adams there getting Barry Barnes, are hyping up, getting ready for tonight. And Seth speaks, he says, "Last week we proved just how divided MJF, Adam Cole, Satanta, and Dominik Mysterio are. In fact, Bret Hart, he's already given up on them." And Barry, I do agree. I don't care about any of the naysayers. I don't care about any of the haters. I agree, Liv Morgan got exactly what she deserved. In fact, they all got what they deserved when they decided to ally with Bret Hart. But no more, because the alliance has been shattered. I said, and let me rephrase that, I meant what I said when I said we were ushering in a new era of Combat League, and there isn't a damn thing anyone can do about it. So you get out there, Barry, and you end Dominik Mysterio just like you ended his annoying girlfriend. And you finish this fight so that we can finally run Combat League the way it should have been ran from the beginning. And Ilya puts his hand on Barry Barnes' shoulder, and I'm going to watch from the production stage, just in case anyone has any plans to try to take this from you. And Ilya and Barry bump fists, and Ilya, Anna, and Barry, they start heading toward the curtain, and Seth, Kyle, and Roderick look directly at the camera, and Seth, Bret Hart, the Hitman! I see you've already given up. You thought you found unlikely allies. You thought you had people to fight for your cause, but where are they? Where's Adam Cole? Huh, Bret? Where's Maxwell? And before Seth can finish, MJF slams the chair into Seth's back and drops Seth to his knees. And the surprise attack from Roderick Strong and from MJF, it surprised Roderick and Kyle O'Reilly. They're stunned, and that shot gives MJF enough time to run from the scene. And O'Reilly and Strong, they regain their senses and they chase after Seth Rollins. And we're about to head to ringside. The cage getting set. Dude, the PlayStation Portal's kind of fucks. I kind of fucks with this. I don't mind it. I'm gonna take it back over to Nacho's house. I don't think Barry Ann and Ilya know what just happened. I don't think they know. I don't, what's Barry Barnes' theme song? Let me go find the Blizz message. Wait, do we have a Barry Barnes theme song? I got Smoke's theme. I guess this is Barry's? No, it's just I Wanna Know Love Is. We're just gonna play Anna Adams theme. And I gotta watch it on YouTube.
So high, it's ringing so low. Trying to catch vibe, feeling so cold.
Barry
and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but it's
and Anna and Ilya, I don't think they know what happened. There's the monitors in the back. They don't go back there. It's only focused on the ring. I don't think they're aware of Seth. Just take it out and O'Reilly and Roderick on the hunt. But we can't worry about that because it is time for the main event. Yes, and I love that graphic, bro. That graphic was hilarious. Yep, you're right. Hold on. Yep, big pancakes. What am I thinking? I want to see huge pancakes. I want no bitch assness again. No excuses. Like his bum ass just shows up to be an inconvenience. Well, I mean, he said he was making Seth Rollins his personal mission. I don't blame him. You know what? You know what? I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna say anything. This is gonna make you upset. I don't want to make Seth Rollins upset. I don't need him coming down here crying, just like he cried because he lost at Capital Combat. I don't need Seth Rollins getting in his feelings. Hey, got the guy that I love. And one more time, folks, YouTube channel here. If you want to join our interactive universe, that is the link. Always looking for new members. And we are in our main event. It is cage match time. Dominik lifting Barry Barnes on his shoulders and planting him center of the ring and remember, this is no escape. Look at the referee on the outside, lock that cage, cross body from Dominik. And Dominik let go of that pin. He said he is going to make Barry Barnes pay for everything that he did. But wait, Barnes reversing that suplex. And forearm to the lower back. And oh, wait, Dominik instead catches him, kick to the midsection, and beautiful code red from Dom. And like I said, these fans starting to embrace Dominik. And Barry lifts him up. Oh, spine buster from Barnes. And a stomp right to the thigh. Yeah, I believe Paul Heyman helped with that too. Dude. Oh, and this whip getting launched. And Barnes, courtesy of Dominik. And Barnes, again, finding ways to get out of that suplex, goes right at the leg. And Barnes looking at the door and realizing the door's locked. Instead, goes right back on the attack on Dominik. Leapfrog. And why is he always trying to go for that headbutt? Crossbody from Dom. Oh, what's Dom doing? What the hell does Dom have playing on that top rope? Coming down with the crossbody. And a Michinoku driver. So far, Dom has Barry Barnes scouted. And a 1 count this time. And every time Barnes kicks out Dom with a smile because he's just going to continue his attack. Frog splash from the top rope. And Barnes out again. And that frog splash I would have thought would have done it. Dominik just demanding. Barnes gets up, springboard, moonsault. Barnes has no answer here for Dominik. No answer for Dominik. Nope, when Barnes goes out of the way. And that's exactly what Barnes needed. Damn, dude. Oh, just tossing Barnes right in the cage. Man, Barnes ate still. Oh, spinning back kick from Barnes. And the clothesline. Barnes now firing away. And has Dominik in that corner. He elects not to chase after him. Instead, positions Dominik on the top turnbuckle. I don't know what he's got played here. Right hand from Barnes, and Dominik knocking into that cage. Look at Barnes running. Dominik's face against the cage, and now, a Spanish fly from the top. He grated Dominik's face against that cage before they launched. And a headbutt, and look at, grabs his respect suplex. Barnes pinfall. And Dominik got it 1. And now Barnes top rope. This is the elbow. Dominik on the ropes comes down, and Barnes right to that turnbuckle. 3 amigos from Dominik. Third. And Dominik top rope, frog splash again. Finds his man. And Barry out again. Misses that moonsault, Barnes. Why does Barnes taunt every time he knocks him down? I don't understand. Jesus, and it's legal. That was a low blow, but it's legal, folks. It's perfectly legal in this match. Neckbreaker from Barnes. Of course, I knew Barnes was going to find a shortcut. How? I'm not surprised. And look at, right to the chest. Right to the chest of Dominik. And kicking this time, kicking Barry Barnes away. Barnes eats that turnbuckle hard. Elbow from Barnes to Dominik though. Barnes doubles him over. Arm trap. Oh, what a STO side slam. Uranagi. Something, I don't know. No, Northern Lights DDT! The flipping DDT! And I think there's blood. I think Dominik cut open from getting scraped against that cage. What the hell? What the hell? What? He did that taunt again. Leg kick from Barnes! Irish whip, missile drop kick launching! But Dominik into that turnbuckle. And Barnes has Dominik up and just flattens him. Dominik got it too. And there's look at the blood. This match is bloody. Barnes spine buster. My man Seth Rollins, he knows how to hype the troops up. Had Barry Barnes motivated before this match started. And no, Barnes gonna tune up the band. Come on, man. Don't mock Shawn Michaels, super kick. Damn, dude. Dominik was whooping his ass. Dominik was whooping his ass and then lost. I'm going to give you guys points for Barry Barnes winning. However, here is how this match actually ends. We got to have a little of that narrative intrigue. Barnes with a... Dominik was whooping that ass. And then out of the blue. Here's actually how this match ends, folks. So... these two are having a bloody match. Barnes is cut open. He's been thrown in the cage multiple times. Dominik's bloody. His face has been ground against the chain link. There's blood covering both men. They're hitting each other with everything they have. Dominik is crawling away. These two off the top rope with the superplex. And Dominik trying to crawl to the ropes. Dominik is on the receiving end of this superplex. It takes it out of Barnes, and Dominik trying to crawl to the ropes, trying to use the ropes to get back to his feet, but Barnes gets to his feet first, and he presses his boot to Dominik, smashing Dominik's head against the cage. But then there's commotion in the audience making some noise, because in the ring, the cameraman who is filming the match in the ring, he drops the camera and he pulls off his glasses and he takes off his cap and he rips his fake mustache. It is Bret Hart in the cage with Barry Barnes, and Barnes cannot believe it. And Dominik gets to his feet, and Dominik is with Bret Hart. Barry realizes he's cornered. He's stuck in here with both Hart and Dominik Mysterio, and he's lost. He's panicking. Anna Adams yelling from ringside, just signaling, "Come on, Ilya, get out here, Ilya!" And there's no sign of what's going on, so Anna tries to take matters in her own hands, and she jumps on the referee guarding the cage. She knocks the referee over, and she takes the key from the referee, and she unlocks the padlock that's locking this cage door, and she pulls it open. Barry, come on! And Barry sees that this door is open, and he's looking at Dominik and Bret, and he's looking at this door, and Barry makes a mad scramble toward the door, but Satanta has hopped over the barricade, and he slams the door right in Barnes' face. The chain link catch in Barnes, it hits him, and it bounces Barnes back into the ring. And now Anna, she can't believe it. She sees Satanta, and she's motioning, Ilya, we need you! And Ilya comes running out. He finally comes out. I guess now referee's trying to prevent him from getting out of the ring. He moves past the referees and he's running out on the stage. He runs down the ramp, except halfway down the ramp, he runs right into a super kick from Adam Cole. Eats all of it, and Ilya drop into the ramp hard. And Anna, she sees Ilya's out. She's yelling for Roderick. She's yelling for Kyle O'Reilly. She's yelling for Seth. But again, she has no idea what's happened with MJF backstage. And so now it is up to her. So Anna, she's going to stand by her man. She's going to help her man. And she starts climbing the cage as Brett and Dominik stalk Barry down. They got him backed into a corner. And Anna is climbing up this cage. But Satanta grabs her ankle and he pulls her off the cage and catches her. And she's slapping and clawing at Satanta, and Satanta just carries her ass to the back, walking right over Ilya Dragunov, giving a nod to Adam Cole as she carries Barry! Somebody help! Seth! Roderick, somebody! And Satanta and Anna disappear to the back. And Barnes realizes he has no help out there. And he drops to his knees. Come on, please. Please, I'm sorry, Dom. I'm sorry, Brett, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for messing with you. I'm sorry for what I did to Liv. Please. And Brett looks at Dom. Should we accept his apology? And Dom looks at Brett. Hell no. And Brett nods. That's what I thought you'd say. And then Dominik and Brett, they take turns rocking Barry with right hand after right hand. And Dominik eventually grabs Barnes and he starts tossing him into the cage for good measure. And each time Barnes bounces back, Dominik grabs him and tosses him into the cage on the opposite side. I mean, Barnes is just getting his ass whooped. And eventually Barnes hits the cage and bounces right into Bret Hart, who scoops his legs out from under him. And he locks Barnes in a sharpshooter, and Barnes screaming in pain as Bret Hart wrenches back on it, just really sits on it, and Barnes tapping out. But Bret just cranks and cranks before he eventually lets go. But by the time Bret lets go, Dominik leaps from the top rope and splashes Barry Barnes with a frog splash. And he covers Barnes with a pin, and the referee picks up the pinfall. Or the referee counts the pin, and Dominik picks up the win, and Bret Hart raising Dominik's hand in the air. And Adam Cole on the outside clapping, showing love to Dominik. Bret Hart raising Dominik Mysterio's arm in the air. And Combat Evolved, episode 18, goes off the air, standing tall with Dominik and Bret Hart in the cage. So that is the end of our show tonight, folks. We have one more Combat Evolved that is going to take place next week. That is going to be the 17th. And then we have Unified on the 20th. The 17th, I know one match for sure that's going to happen. It is Soruka and Beth Phoenix against Tegan Knox and Christie Ortiz. The other four matches I haven't decided. I want to do a six-man tag, but I don't trust this game enough to do a six-man tag, if that makes sense. So I don't know if I'm going to do one yet. I haven't quite decided. If I do the six-man tag, it's going to be Myron Reed, Ison Darkhan, and Hook against FTR and Andrade. That's kind of the game plan. But we'll have it planned out. Folks, as always, thank you guys for watching Combat League. We're coming back next Tuesday with the big show. Then it's pay-per-view time Friday. Going to be a fun week. I'm Bad Guy Maddox, Twitch's #1 bad guy. You guys are the Bad Guy Club, the baddest club on Twitch TV. I'm really thinking next week is going to be the last week for 2K25 before we switch over to 2K26 full-time. Guys, thank you for watching, and as always, remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great night, guys.